I'm Steve Wild, and this morning we're going to change the barrel on my Blaser R8 Professional Success from 308 to 223 and run the barrel in. First thing I've got to do, because it's in its 308 format, is strip it down. So we're just going to take the scope off, like so. Trigger mech out. Take the bolt slide off and then remove the barrel. The barrel's secured with just 2 Allen screws. The reason we're changing it from 308 to 223 is because it's early March now and lambing season's coming in. I want to use it for more foxing than I am doing for deer stalking. So that's the barrel removed just by undoing the screws there. Hopefully we should have all the bits and pieces we need in here, one barrel. Caliber's correct, 223, perfect. Now we just drop it into the locating holes there. Turn him over. There we go, that's the barrel in. Now we've got to change the bolt face, which is quite simple to do. There's a little retaining clip in there, and put your fingernail in, lift him up and release, and that's the 308 bolt face released. There we go, we should have the 223 bolt face. Put the 308 one in there, doesn't get dirty. 223, perfect. And it's as simple as taking it out. Just push it up the firing pin and the spring, push it back so it locates, and close the clip, and then replace the slide. Slides back on. There we go, that's that. Now, because the magazine is incorporated into the trigger mechanism, we've got to remove that as well, which is simple enough. It's just a plastic clip in. That's a 308 magazine out. And then we've got the 223 one to go back in. Just check it, yeah, 223 Remington, perfect. There it goes, clips in. Clips back in there. Just refit the scope. Okay, there we go. Now we're good for bore sighting and start the process of running the barrel in. So there we are, that's the rifle rebuilt up in its 223 format. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to close the bolt into the breech, just dry fire it basically, just to make sure everything's meshed together how it should do. Just my own peace of mind. It's a Blaser, so it will have done, but just my own peace of mind. Take the safety off, there's absolutely nothing in it. Yeah, that always worked perfectly. Do it again. Perfect. I'm just going to remove the scope again now before we start, because I want to clean the barrel. The reason I'm going to clean the barrel is it's been in that bag, in the box, in the factory before it went in the box. It could be any manner of little bits of dirt, grime, the oil that they used at the factory with it. So drop the trigger mech. I'm just going to give it a wire brush through first on the old cleaning rod. I'm going to change that and put a swab through it. Like I say, it's just to get rid of anything that's in there. You don't know what's in there. Give it a little squirt of the old G96 gun treatment. It's a cleaning lubricant. If there's any little bits in there, it'll just help them move them. It's oiling and cleaning and just basic maintenance. I use that on all my guns. I think it's a wonderful product. And just push it through. And as you can see on the end of my swab, so all that was in the barrel. So now I'll keep passing the patches through the barrel until they come out clean. This is to get rid of all the residue that's left down the barrel. Now we're ready to go for the breaking it in properly, getting a few rounds down range, and as we're doing it, we're going to zero that scope on the top as well. Now we're going to use the Wheeler laser bore sight. This gives me a rough zero onto the target, so I can put the laser onto the target and dial the crosshairs into the laser dot. This helps me not waste ammo and gives me a rough zero onto the target. This is a Hawk Endurance 30 WA SF 4-16 scope, and now the clever people at Hawk put a ballistic reticle in here which has been specifically designed for 223 caliber and 308. So when you've zeroed it at 100 yards, the aim off points automatically fall in line for 200, for 300, going right the way out to 600 yards. So what we're going to do now, we're going to fire a couple of shots, and then I'm going to clean the barrel as we did do before we started, and then come back, take another 5 shots, clean the barrel again, and then another 5 shots and clean the barrel again. And we're going to do that until I've fired 20 rounds. So for the longevity of the barrel and the accuracy, I find this works for me. The reason that we break the barrel in is because when it's come out of the factory, there is slight imperfections in the barrel where they've cut the thread in, which grips the bullet and spins it and makes it come out of the barrel. These are a little bit pronounced in some areas and not so in other areas. It's all to do with the tooling and the manufacture. The reason that we break the barrel in and clean it every time is to even the barrel out, which will help it last longer. Okay, so that's the first 2 shots done. I'm going to remove the mod, drop the mag, take the bolt slide off, clean the barrel, separate it, pop her through. You can see all the dirt that's come out of that. Remove the swab. I'll keep putting fresh patches through the barrel until there's no further residue. Put the slide back in, and because we're taking 5 shots this time, I'm going to load the mag. I'll keep putting fresh patches through the barrel until there's no further residue. Now we can refit the moderator. I will now take 5 more shots to further embed the bullet into the barrel. I'll keep putting fresh patches through the barrel now until they come out and there's no oil or residue, and then we can take another 5 shots. The barrel is now broken in. The shot groups have significantly tightened up throughout the process. Okay, so here we are. There's various groups on this board from different rifles, but this here is the last 10 shots that I've taken. First of the 10, if you like, was there and there. The last 5 is that little block there. So basically, it has just dropped everyone on top of one another. And that, well, you can see by my size of my finger, it is pretty impressive in anybody's standard of shooting. But you can see the difference, the way that it's got tighter and tighter and tighter. And this is where we started, and we've been spraying it about, and it's just brought everything back in. So I'm really, really happy with that. Just to summarise, before you start, make sure your barrel's clean. Get rid of all that grit and packing oil. So I start with 2 shots, clean it thoroughly again, and then banks of 5 till I've done 20. I find 20 is quite sufficient, but make sure that you clean that barrel well at least every 5th shot. You can see the way that groups have come in, and it's dropped at 100 yards, one on top of another. So I'm really, really happy with that.